left elbow down the lane line. Shot swatted by Cairn.
And gone, a home run.
Gets it off to Gibson, and he'll stop it.
And welcome to K-State Gameday here on K-State HD TV. Zaldy Doyungan alongside former K-State basketball player Skylar Thomas. And I'm here with two former Wildcats in Kimberly Sauber and Shaylin Klein. Ladies, it's great to have you here. The Lady Wildcats are finishing up their regular season here at home against the West Virginia Mountaineers. We get ready for the Wildcats to host the Horned Frogs from TCU here at Bramlage Coliseum. The Kansas State Wildcats get ready to take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys here at Bramlage Coliseum. Skylar, it's great to have you on here. The Wildcats, despite a disappointing start, they kind of got it together there, putting on a 4-game winning streak before heading to Ames, and unfortunately, they were not able to pull off the upset against Iowa State. However, they did play very impressive. What exactly did they do well to keep up with the Cyclones? When we go back to last week, it was a great week of basketball for K-State, both men's and women's, as both of them defeated their in-state rivals, the Kansas Jayhawks. Now, going back to the Lady Wildcats, while the TCU game this weekend was a bit of a letdown, how big was it for them to come into Allen Fieldhouse and defeat the Kansas Jayhawks? Kimberly? Now, he comes in as the Wildcats' leading scorer, but disagreements between Foster and Coach Bruce Weber has led to him sitting in the bench more. So when it comes to a player like Marcus Foster, what exactly do you have to do to get him going and play like he did last year?
And for more on what the Wildcat message has been in the huddle, turn to the third member of our crew, Zaldy Doyungan.
Brian, in each of Coach Mitty's huddles, he's emphasized to his team to crash the boards. They're allowing Oklahoma State to get too many offensive rebounds, and we'll see if they'll make adjustments here the rest of the first half. Back to you, Brian.
All right, thank you, Zaldy. And go to Zaldy Doyungan, who's with the coach.
Coach, strong finish to the first half. How will you keep the momentum going in the second half? Coach, close game. What kind of adjustment will you make in the second half to keep the lead going?
For what Jeff Mitty's talking to his team about, let's go to the third member of our crew, Zaldy Doyungan.
Brian, Jeff Mitty told his team in his last huddle to keep the intensity up on defense. They've been able to claw their way back into this game, but they need stops to fully come back. Back to you, Brian.
All right, thank you, Zaldy.
For these three players, considering that this could be their last game playing here at Bramlage Coliseum, as a player for you, Kimberly, do you think that motivates them a little bit, especially in this game here tonight? The struggling, one bright spot for the Wildcats has been the big man, the senior Thomas Gibson. He's averaging 12 points per game, as well as leading the team in free throw shooting, or one of the leaders. And he's also shown his leadership emotionally and physically. How much does he need to show that down the stretch, as well as his play later on the season? And we will have to wait and see where the Wildcats end up this postseason. But first, they have to play in the Big 12 tournament this Friday. So as we take a look at those Big 12 standings, the Wildcats has pretty much locked the 8th seed, and all signs point to them facing KU on Friday. So looking at the other teams, Baylor already clinched the championship, but you still see there are many teams jumbled up in the middle. So Shaylin, looking at this, how many teams do you think will make the NCAA tournament this time? So we shall see how the gauntlet that is the Big 12 conference, we'll see how it'll play out the rest of this season. When we return, we chat with the dynamic scorer for the Wildcats, Marcus Foster, and later we will have Skylar's players to watch and his keys to victory. You are watching K-State Game Day here on K-State HD TV.